He stoked the rage of extremists. He acted as an apologist for terror. He justified violence in the name of religion. And he declared Europe to be an enemy of Islam. Recep Tayyip Erdogan unleashed a deluge of hatred and bigotry against European leaders for cracking down on political Islam. In recent weeks, his speeches have almost always included violent metaphors or vilifying rhetoric against Europe. But all of a sudden, it seems the Turkish leader has had a change of heart. Erdogan is now insisting that Turkey is a part of Europe. In the next 4 minutes, we decode his hypocrisy and tell you what led to this U-turn. Starting with what Erdogan has said. Two very significant statements. One, we don't see ourselves elsewhere but in Europe. And two, we envisage building our future together with Europe. These are the Turkish president's words. He said this in a recent speech to members of his party. His statement came with a caveat. Erdogan said this does not mean Turkey will bow down to quote-unquote veiled injustices. But for most part, he struck a conciliatory tone. I'm quoting again, we do not believe that we have any problems with countries or institutions that cannot be solved through politics, dialogue and negotiations. We expect the EU to keep its promises not to discriminate against us, or at least not to become a tool to open enmities targeting our country, unquote. He wants Europe to not target his country. The irony could not be stronger here because it is Erdogan who has been provoking Europe and making targeted attacks against European leaders. I'm sure you are aware of Turkey's expansionism in the eastern Mediterranean region. Turkish vessels have been carrying out drilling activities in the disputed waters claimed by Cyprus and Greece. And the Turkish leader has been insulting European leaders. He once questioned the French president's mental state, saying that Emmanuel Macron needed to be examined. He then accused European leaders of Islamophobia. Erdogan said that Europe was preparing its own end by going back to barbaric times. You have to listen to this.
I
believe that the enemies of Turkey and Islam have gone to drown in a swamp of hatred and animosity in the name of freedom. These are signs that Europe has gone back to barbaric times. Will we renounce our honor for them? Will we look the other way because of them? Some might be able to do that, but the Turkish people cannot take an immoral approach in the face of any attack on their faith and values.
It's been less than a month since this statement was made, and Erdogan is now asking European leaders to take Turkey along. Just what explains this U-turn? A host of things. One, the fear of sanctions. We have been reporting on how EU parliamentarians have been pushing for sanctions against Turkey. Erdogan cannot afford to let that happen. The Turkish economy is in doldrums. The Turkish lira is sinking. Turkey depends heavily on Europe for trade. The European Union is Turkey's largest import and export partner. Turkey just cannot afford to get sanctioned. Two, EU membership. Remember, Turkey is still just a candidate waiting to become an EU member. There is an EU summit taking place just next month, December 10th to be precise. Turkey's inclusion as a member will be up for discussion during this summit. And going by Erdogan's recent provocations against some European countries, a full-fledged membership seems to be a distant dream for Turkey. Hence, this shift in narrative. The third reason, financial assistance, of course. Remember, Turkey receives payments from the EU budget as pre-accession support, meaning support before it officially becomes an EU member. Currently, $4.5 billion have been allocated to Turkey for the 2014 to 2020 period. $4.5 billion, that's not a small amount. The money goes to projects in the energy, education and agricultural sectors. But this aid is set to go if EU moves ahead with its sanctions against Turkey. And the last reason, the pandemic. Every country needs a vaccine. So does Turkey. Securing an EU membership means smooth access to vaccines. Last we checked, the European Union had struck a deal to pay less for the Pfizer vaccine. Turkey does not want to be left out. So, the Turkish president attended the recently concluded virtual G20 summit to deliver a message of peace and cooperation. With European leaders listening, Erdogan said this pandemic had increased the responsibility and importance of the G20. I'll leave you with this.
I believe that the coronavirus pandemic has increased the responsibility and importance of the G20, which brings together the largest economies of the world under the same roof. The decisions to be taken at the Riyadh summit will be instrumental in not only alleviating the negative impacts of the pandemic, but also in meeting the expectations from G20.